What if you could get fined just for having a bad day? Sounds like a dystopian comedy. But in Milan, Italy, that's basically the law. Yes, Milan once had a regulation that required residents to smile in public at all times, no frowning allowed, unless you were at a funeral or in a hospital. Today, we're exploring this delightfully bizarre and very real law from one of Europe's most iconic cities. Known as the Smile Ordinance, this regulation was introduced in the late 19th century and technically remains on the books today. The law requires that citizens and visitors maintain a cheerful expression in public. Its original purpose? To boost public morale and discourage unrest during a tense political period. While it may sound silly now, at the time, smiling was seen as a way to keep order, a form of civil obedience. Of course, not all situations require you to grin like a maniac. The law made exemptions for funerals, hospital visits, personal tragedies. Outside of those moments, however, a straight face was technically illegal. Now, enforcement wasn't exactly strict. You wouldn't be arrested for forgetting to smile at a coffee shop, but it could be cited as an issue during other interactions with public officials or law enforcement. So, where did this come from? Historians trace the law back to Milan's struggles with public health and morale in the 1800s. Between revolutions, diseases, and war, the government saw positivity as a civic duty, something that could uplift the entire population. So, in a move both symbolic and strange, they legally mandated a smile. Think of it as early psychological warfare against sadness. Technically, yes. Although it's almost never enforced, the law has never been officially repealed, which makes it a favorite among legal oddity lists. In fact, it's sometimes mentioned in Milanese tourism literature as a kind of local quirk. So if you're ever in Milan and someone says, "Smile, it's the law," they might not be joking. Beyond the humor, this law speaks volumes about Italy's culture of expression and emotion. In Italian society, gestures, tone, and emotion are integral to communication. A smile isn't just a facial expression, it's part of a social contract. It says, "I'm part of the community, I'm approachable, I'm human." Even in law, the Italian spirit can't help but shine through, even if it's with a cheeky grin. Italy isn't the only country that's tried to regulate emotions. Thailand is known as the land of smiles, and while there's no law, there is intense social pressure to remain cheerful in public. In North Korea, it's illegal not to smile on the anniversary of Kim Jong-il's death. Yes, really. Japan encourages smile training for customer service workers to ensure pleasant interactions, though, again, not legally mandated. So, while Milan's smile law might be the most bizarre on paper, other countries definitely flirt with the idea in practice. Can you really legislate happiness? Probably not. But Milan tried. And whether it was a clever morale-boosting strategy or just a ridiculous attempt at control, it remains one of the weirdest laws in the modern world. So, next time you're walking the streets of Milan, don't forget to smile. You never know who's watching, or what century the law is from. Like, comment, and subscribe for more strange laws and surprising stories from around the globe. And remember, smile, it might just be required.